Hey everyone, Ryan here. This summer has come and gone so quickly in the summer of 2023. And we had a lot of good movies, Ryan. I felt like this summer it's been a mixed variety of different things. We had the Guardians of the Galaxy, The Flash, the new Transformers movie, and the long anticipated Indiana Jones movie just as well too. So with all this being said, what I'm actually going to do is narrow it down to five. This was really hard to narrow this down to five for the summer of 2023 movies. But there's there've been a lot of good movies. What do you guys actually think? But starting off at number five, I'm going to say this summer has been ruled by animation so much. There's been a lot of good movies. So placing at number five on my summer 2023 list is Elemental, believe it or not, the new Pixar Disney movie, which I really thought was well done. If you're not familiar with the story, it's a mixed story of water and fire actually meeting each other. So they're actually characters. Is what they're actually, what is it? The fire is the female and the water is the male. And what the whole thing is, if you know the elements, I should say, of fire and water usually don't go together. So that's the whole story that this is well too. It's a kind of a love connection between water and fire, which I thought was really clever. Pixar doing something totally different and original like they always do. And I just felt like this one really deserves to be on my list, even though it narrows down at number five. But moving on to my number four movie, I gotta say, Gran Turismo, which recently came out, believe it or not. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe how much I actually liked this. I wasn't too sure how I would actually like this film. But you gotta remember, Gran Turismo, what is a video game? It came out a long time ago on the old PS2 games, stuff like that. But the story is not actually revolved in the game itself. It actually, it's based on a true story, which I didn't even realize that until we actually saw the trailer saying based on a true story sort of concept. But this the kicker. This is well too. This is actually a contest that's actually going on in this movie. They actually find out if someone can actually get on the racetracks and actually become a racer themselves. And I got to say, this is one of the better movies I've seen in a long time. Like you can think of movies like Days of Thunder, stuff like that with Tom Cruise. But coming up to this, I can't believe this was actually based on a true story. I can't believe that. Try to get somebody behind an actual wheel as you do a contest like this and actually determine how good as other people from across the country can actually be behind that actual race wheel. I can only imagine. And that was one of the cool things I thought was really cool. Because they actually had, in a couple of shots, people playing the video game, and then actually all of a sudden you see the whole card. That was awesome. The special effects on this was really cool, and adding in that way. But once again, I can't believe it's based on a true story. It was so. I don't have a lot of words right now, I gotta say, but I do like this film a lot. I'm surprised this ain't my number one movie of the summer, which it came pretty close, I gotta say. But we got three other films on this list as well too. In line at number three, after saying all this stuff about animation, is the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, Mutant Mayhem. Oh my god, what can I actually say? This is really done so well. If you've read the comics, if you've seen all the cartoons in the past, it almost feels like you're watching and reading at the same time, looking at the movie screen, how well the animation was actually in this movie. I was afraid to actually watch this movie because there's been a lot of remakes of the Ninja Turtles, and this one really stuck well. This as well too. The characters were well done. I wasn't too sure how they would actually do with the turtles since this story's been told so many times. But it's actually their actual teenage years. So if you go back to the Michael Bay movies, stuff like that, they're a little older, stuff like that. But if we go all the way back to the 90s, it's almost in the same situation. Almost like Michael Bay redid those old movies. But in this case, it's not. They're actually around the age of being in high school. And it's the way they actually react to the world as well, too. So the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is number three. And line number two on my list is, after just mentioning in the beginning of this segment, I mentioned, believe it or not, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This one I really liked a lot. I really liked the first one a lot. The second one was all right. But this third one actually plays it really good, even though it was a little longer than I expected, and I wasn't too sure if it will drag or not, which in my point of view, it did not I feel like it actually dragged. It told the story, and we actually know that we weren't too sure who was going to die or survive in this movie. But I'm not going to ruin it just in case if you guys haven't seen it. But I do strongly recommend Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 that actually came out this summer just as well, too. That was the tip of the summer, too. It came out back in May. And still, to this day, I still thought this was worthy to be on my list as well, too. So what are you guys actually thinking? You're probably thinking, what's my #1 movie of the summer? And after this mention about how well animation has actually been this year just as well, too. Well, guess what? It is part... Well, I can't say it's really part not of the Marvel Universe because it's actually a Sony film. If you guys remember Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, this is a movie I was just blown away with. I couldn't believe how well it was actually done. And how long it actually was, too, for animation is pretty amazing just as well, too. This shows how much effort they actually put into this movie. It was great to see how the villains actually mixed into this as well, too. I'm not going to... I hate spoiling movies, so I'm not going to say as much because I want you guys to see this Spider-Man Across the Universe. If you guys have not seen this, what do you guys actually think this as well, too? What do you guys thought of this new Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? And you got to remember, too, there's going to be another part as this as well, too. It's one that's to be continued sort of films this as well, too. Kind of what we saw this summer, too, with Fast 10. That's going to be a continuous film this as well, too, with Fast 11. But anyways, I really thought this summer was actually pretty decent and fun at the same time. And I mentioned the Flash as well, too. I wasn't not too sure how I was going to react towards that as well, too. But at the same time, I thought it was halfway decent, I got to say. But the Flash was really good. I have mixed feelings with Ezra Miller. He's a great actor, but I had a hard time actually seeing him in Justice League. He doesn't play my justice with the Flash. After seeing that TV show, The Flash, as well too, that guy is really the one I like. That really pictures in my mind just as well as playing the Flash. So bad they couldn't get him to play in the movies, but I guess they're like they have casting a little differently just as well. But anyways, I really thought this summer was really fun. The new Indiana Jones, we talked about earlier, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. A long-awaited sequel just as well, too, with Harrison Ford. They even said this is going to be his final adventure just as well, too. I wonder if that's actually going to be true. Will they actually carry out anything or more with it, maybe like Through the Sun? They tried doing that in the Crystal of Skulls, but I don't think it worked out all that well enough just as well, too. Shia LaBeouf was actually playing his son in that just as well, too. So with all this being said, you can see I can really talk about the movies a lot. I like to know your watchers right now, for those who are watching right now, what was your favorite summer movie this summer in summer 2023? There was a lot. I couldn't believe how many movies there actually were. I'm looking forward to what this fall schedule actually is going to look like, too. I think it comes out this week. The one I'm actually looking forward to is A Haunting in Venice, that continuous story with the mystery. I can't pronounce his name, but you know, if you see the poster in back of me, actually, A Death on the Nile, I just watched that the other night. So it's a continuous story from that. So we got Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile, The Haunting in Venice. And you got to realize, too, this is a book series as well, too. It's not lined up the right way. They may really mix them up. I don't know why they actually do that, but I guess each one has different stories and they actually be told. But I'm looking forward to for The Haunting in Venice. I can't wait to see that. Are you guys decided to go see A Haunting in Venice? But I do want to hear your comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys got to say. Hope you had a really good summer at the movies. I'm going to see you next time. My name's Ryan. Give me those thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the movie theaters. See you guys later. Bye.